guys, welcome back to Cooking with the Salmons, and this is Greg. Now today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a Jamaican style Easter bun. Alright? Now the British brought the hot cross bun to Jamaica when they colonized Jamaica. Now Jamaica has created their own version, and thus the traditional Jamaican Easter bun was born. Alright? Now if you have not yet done so, go ahead and take this time out to subscribe to our channel. Hit the post notification bell as well so you'll be notified each time we post. Alright? And without further delay, let's get started. Okay guys, so here are the ingredients that we'll be using for our Easter bun. Alright? So first of all, we have the dry ingredients, which we're going to start with the flour. We're going to be using 6 cups of flour because we're actually doing 2 batches in one. Alright? So if you're just doing one bun, then you just have the amount here. So I'm going to show you why we need to sift our flour as well. So I've sifted the 5 cups. I have 1 cup left. I'm going to show you exactly why we're always advising you guys to sift your flour, because you don't want any lumps. Alright, so there it is. These are the lumps that we're talking about when we say sift your flour. Alright, so we have our 6 cups. We're going to go ahead and show you the rest of the ingredients. So here we have 2 tablespoons of allspice, 2 tablespoons of baking powder. We have 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons salt, and we have 2 teaspoons of nutmeg. That's ground nutmeg. Alright, and we have our 2 cups of sugar. Okay, so those are the dry ingredients that we'll be using. Now for the wet ingredients, we're basically going to be using, we have 2 eggs that we already beat. We have 8 tablespoons of melted butter. We have 2 tablespoons of browning, 2 tablespoons of molasses, 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. We have a half cup of honey. We have 2 Guinness stout. You can use any kind of stout. You can use Guinness, or you can also use Malta. If you don't want the alcoholic content, you can go ahead and use Malta. And I'm going to put just a little bit of rose water in it as well. Alright. And the zest of a lemon that I'm going to be putting into our eggs so that it does not come out raw, or that it cuts down on the rawness. Alright guys, so now next thing we're going to be doing is to add our spices to the mix. So we're going to just sift all of this together as well. We'll go ahead and add our salt. So we'll then go ahead and combine our ingredients. Okay, so now that we have our dry ingredients all combined, we're going to go ahead now and start on the wet ingredients. Alright, so what we're going to do here, we're going to add our sugar. So basically the sugar is only one of the dry ingredients that we're going to be mixing right now with the wet ingredients. So let's go ahead and add our sugar to the bowl. We're then going to add our 2 Guinness Stouts. In the meanwhile, I'll go ahead and add our zest, that's our lemon zest, to our eggs. And that helps to keep the rawness down. Alright? Alright, so before adding the rest of the ingredients to our sugar and Guinness mixture, I like to mix it out a bit. Make sure you get the sugar mixed all the way out, or as much as you can. Some persons like to put this on the stove, you know, to warm it up for a little bit so that the sugar dissolves faster. But I choose not to do that. All right. So it takes a little bit of patience, but just go ahead and mix it out. Okay guys, so the sugar and Guinness mixture is ready. I'm going to go ahead now and add our eggs. Alright. So we have our eggs. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add our melted butter. We'll then add our vanilla extract. We're going to add our honey. Next, we're going to add our molasses. We're going to add our browning. This is to give the bun that dark color that we're used to. Now I'm going to add as well to this mixture, I'm going to add some guava jam. Alright, so I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons of guava jam. You can use whatever flavor jam you'd like, but I'm using guava for this one. Alright, let's go ahead and give that a mix. Just make sure everything is properly mixed out, because the molasses and the honey and the guava jam, those are thick, so just make sure you mix those out properly. Okay guys, so now that we have all our wet ingredients all set, it's time to add our dry ingredients to the wet. Alright, so with this, for baking the bun, you always add the dry ingredients to the liquid. Alright, now it seems as if my bowl here may be too small, so I'm going to go ahead and switch bowls to see if this will make it any better. Alright, so when you're adding your dry ingredients, just make sure you do it in stages. So I'm gonna add some of the flour first. Then mix that in. Then add some more and do the same until your flour mixture is complete. Now if you get to the stage where the mixture gets too thick, just add a little bit more Guinness or whatever stout you may be using, Malta, Dragon Stout. Just add a little bit more to get the liquid to the consistency that you like, or get the batter to the consistency that you you'd like. All right. Now this Easter bun should take about an hour or hour 15 minutes to bake. And I've preset my oven, or preheat my oven to 350 degrees. After you've ensured that all the flour and the wet ingredients has been mixed out properly, we're going to go ahead and add our raisins. Now it's your choice as to how many raisins you'd like. I'm adding 2 cups of raisins, dark raisins and light raisins. All right. So I'm gonna add these in. Same way I added the flour, I'm just gonna put some in and mix it in. Okay, so we have our raisins in. Now this is called spice bun, and it's called spice bun for a reason, because we add mixed peels or mixed spice to the bun as well. This is optional, it's really your choice, but traditionally Easter bun has all these spices included. Alright, so I'm gonna add some of these mixed peels and mixed spice. I know that some persons don't like them, so it's your choice whether you want to add them or not. Alright, and some persons may go ahead and blend it so that they don't actually see it or bite into it when you're eating the bun. And now I'm gonna add our cherries as well. Now I've cut them into 4 pieces. These are maraschino cherries, and I'm adding them in parts as well. Alright, so here we have our mixture. Now the next thing we're going to do is to grease our baking tin. Alright, in greasing your baking tin, you could go ahead and just have a half stick of butter or a piece of butter, whatever you have, and just rub it on the inside of the pan, thus allowing the the bun to come out of the pan much more easy than if you did not grease it. Some persons use oil, some persons use non-stick cooking spray. The possibilities are endless to grease your pan. Okay guys, so now we're gonna add this mixture to our baking pan. Okay. Alright, so that amount is good enough because we're gonna give it space to rise. Alright, and to top it off, for decorative purposes, we're gonna go ahead and add some cherries on top. I just went in and cut some cherries in half and add them to the top of your bun. This as well is also optional, but traditionally these Easter buns are normally decorated like this. And on the Easter bun box, it is normally the buns that look the best in terms of how well decorated it is, which would include, you know, the spices showing and the cherries showing on top and so on. Those are the ones that tend to be bought most times because of the look of it. Alright, so here we have it. This, we're going to go ahead and put this in our oven now, and it should be baked in about an hour to hour and 15 minutes. Alright, now we have more mixture. As I said, this recipe was for more than one buns, it was for 2 buns. I'm going to go ahead and pour the other mixture in the other tin and go ahead and get them both baked. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all done for you, and we'll be back shortly to show you exactly what it looks like. Okay guys, so what we're going to do now, we're going to prepare the glaze for the buns, alright? So it's almost time to take the buns out, so let's go ahead and prepare the glaze. What we're going to use for the glaze, we're going to use our jam, alright? We're going to use the guava jam, about probably 2 tablespoons will be good. Then we're going to use some honey. I'll use about maybe a tablespoon or so of honey, or just a little bit more. Next, we're going to put just a little bit of butter. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and give this a mix, and then put this in the microwave for just a few seconds for it to melt. Okay guys, so this is our glaze. All right, and we're gonna just paint this onto the top of the buns. All right, so let's go ahead and get that done. Okay guys, this is one of our buns and it's still a little bit warm. I'm gonna go ahead now and glaze it. So you just go ahead and just paint on that glaze over the top. Okay guys, and here we have it. Beautiful, moist Easter bun. All right, so that's the finishing touch. Glaze the bun and let it sit until it's cooled properly and you're all set. Okay guys, look how moist this bun is. You can see all the fruits on the inside. See the raisins, the cherries, and all the mixed fruits inside. And there you have it, Jamaican style traditional Easter bun. Alright, quick and easy recipe. Go ahead and try this one and let me know how it turned out for you. Alright, now if you have gained any knowledge from this video, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, hit that post notification bell as well so you'll be notified each time we post. Alright, now if you have any other way of making your Easter bun, go ahead and leave that in the comment section so we could discuss it. If there's any other recipe you'd like for us to do for you, go ahead and leave that in the comment section as well and we'll be sure to get to it. Alright, now until next time, walk good, one love, and big up on yourself.